Hey guys, and welcome to my reaction to the season 6 premiere for Vikings. So I haven't done any Vikings reactions in the last month or so, and I missed it, even though it was just a month. And I know for you guys, watching Vikings episodes has been a lot longer for you guys. Hopefully my videos helped out in the meantime, when you were like kind of on that long hiatus or whatever you want to call it. But I'm excited. I'm interested to see where everybody's going to go in this season, and just how they're gonna tackle this final season. I'm ready. Let's get into it. Oh wow, oh, okay. Why are there always snakes in scenes? Like, I saw it, it was far away, but I saw it. Oh. Ah! Sorry. I want stop it.
Why is that one-eyed idiot staring at me all the time? He's been on the road with us for weeks. Tell one of our boys to find a quiet spot and get rid of him.
Ivor!
They're just mercenaries.
Well, the people seem a little happier.
I am but your humble servant.
Oh God, here we go. We're just diving right into this.
All of these men collaborated willingly with Ivor's regime.
Oh, Fitzurk, what happened?
They served as his bodyguards. They burned alive those who were brave enough to stand against them. And they burned alive a young woman called Thora, who I love.
Oh.
Were all these men guilty? Yes! And what should I do with them, huh?
I don't know if we need to take suggestions for that.
And I know you all think they deserve to die. But there's something far worse than death, far worse. They will become outlaws.
Uh-oh.
Skorgomors, men of the forest. They will be branded as Skorgomors, and they can be killed with impunity. This is much worse than death.
This guy is gonna be trouble. He is just staring down Bjorn the whole time. I mean, he just has to wear his hair a little bit differently, and you can't see that, so. He's gonna be trouble. I don't know what's... Okay. I hope that was the right decision.
Ivor would never set them free. But I am not Ivor.
I mean, facts. Also, Fitzurk. Oh no, I feel so bad. That guy's still staring Bjorn down, so I feel like we're gonna see him again, and it's not gonna be pleasant. You know what I mean? I'm scared. Close the curtains. Pretend you're not there. Oh no. Oh! That's lovely.
Творите се король. Восточне естрад.
Corole? Pteros. What do they call you? My name is Ivor. Ivor the Boneless. I've heard of you. It was not my intention to trouble you with my presence.
Who knows if your presence will trouble me?
Okay.
I don't want to be a public person anymore. I don't want to be responsible.
Oh my God, don't
I
make me cry.
desire, I plan to build a farmstead. Just like the one Ragnar and I lived in when we were first married. There, we were all so happy.
Oh.
You must forgive me, Björn, but my mind is made up.
And I must accept it.
Oh my god.
Tell us about this King Ivar.
Whoa! That escalated. Oh my god!
How can I believe that he's a king? Where's the proof? You have none.
He's not just a king!
What?
Oh god.
What is
Literally. And here we go again.
He's a god. A god.
Why had you really come here? To my kingdom in disguise?
God.
Not so very good, Ivar!
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh no, not the feel. Oh, the feel.
Won't you be lonely?
No, honey, I won't be lonely because I will be visited by Grandfather Ragnar and a lot of other friendly ghosts.
It's making me
I
cry.
also have some news.
You're with child. Life goes on. Life goes on.
I don't understand!
There is nothing to understand. Once we get enough speed, we'll be free of the earth. Isn't that the dream of all humans? The thought of flying free as a bird about it.
Oh
Must be
my
exciting, huh?
god. You know when Ivar's like worried about somebody being like batshit crazy that it's bad. You know what I mean? Like, oh no. No, no.
A direct descendant of Odin.
Oh.
Been revealed as a god, yes.
Do you believe?
Oh my god. Oh. Yep. Yep.
While King Harald was sick, King Olaf claimed his kingdom and had enough warriors to enforce his claim. He also remembers that he came willingly to your aid when you desired to attack your brother Ivar,
Oh
and that
shit.
he personally saved you. He could have pressed his claim to the kingship of all Norway when he had the power. And he could have pressed his claim to marry you, Queen Gunhild.
This also could be a bunch of bullshit.
What kind of a king are you going to be?
See, oh no, oh no, oh no, because that
I have
could
something to show
be.
you.
trap.
How did she die?
I killed her.
Oh, so you guys have that
She
in
was young.
common.
I know your pain.
I think you and I are going to have a very special relationship.
Oh, wonderful. No, what, Agatha? Oh.
As the sun sets, and in the sight of the gods, I will fight you no more. Forever.
Whether or not you go to the aid of King Harold will not define what you are as a king.
Then what will define it?
Perhaps your differences from your father.
Or my similarity?
To do the right things for the wrong reasons. You are so right to be cautious.
Okay, this guy's turning.
I have decided to treat your arrival here. Perhaps, after all, it's time for us to look west. Again.
Oh no.
But now it's time to hang it on the gates of Kattegat. Our ancestral and original home.
I say it is a fine plan. Now I see that my arrival here in Kiev was no accident, as I suppose, but all arranged by the gods. To Odin.
Fun. Okay. All right, so there's, I guess, quite a bit actually to say, even though it wasn't the most, action-packed episode or anything like that so far. I know it's a part one of a two-parter, and we're going to see what's going to happen in the second part. But just a couple of notes. What I really liked is the focus on, even though they're in very, very different situations right now, the focus on Ivar and Bjorn. It seems like they both have a lot of, I feel like it's a defining season for both of these characters, and they've been through a lot, and they've gone through a lot, and they've changed, and there's a lot, but I feel like this is a very defining, obviously it's the final season, but for these characters and the situations that they are in. Obviously Ivar can go, I feel like, a lot of ways this season. There could be a bit of maybe a redemption arc. There could be he still believes that he's a god, and he goes down that route, and which I'll get into that. But and also Bjorn, there's going to be some very specific I feel like decisions, things that he has to do to establish his kind of his reputation as king, who he's going to be as king. I think he knows. I think it's interesting because I think Bjorn knows kind of how he wants to rule the people of Kattegat, in the sense of that he doesn't want to rule the way that Ivar did, but I think he, I feel like that he has an idea of how he wants to expand, or he talks about trade, which that doesn't surprise me. But I think that he also, it's going to be maybe the relations of, outer influences and stuff like that, and how he deals with that. That's going to be very defining. So I do like that they've really established within the first episode that we're going to focus on these two journeys. Obviously, there's tons of other characters that hopefully we focus on as well, but I think that I find it kind of interesting that they're both at a point, even though they're in completely different storylines, they're both kind of at a point where their actions in the next few episodes or whatever is going to really, or that just the season in general is really going to define their legacies as people, but also just as characters on this show. And I do like that, because it helps make it a bit just interesting to see what's going to happen next and what they're going to do. And I'm really excited about that. I'm interested in what's going on with Ivor, with Prince Oleg, I believe. He seems a little crazy, but who isn't on the show? But I think, like I said, there was a lot of interesting moments in there with Ivor. It's kind of funny that his first, I think it was his first line of the entire season, is suggesting killing that guy that kept looking at him funny. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then just to kind of, as you see, he had this guy that was so loyal to him, and after he got ripped, and that was not a pleasant scene, he said, hail the god Ivor, or something to that effect. And I'm kind of really interested of how that's affecting Ivor, and how much does he regret? I think obviously since the season 5 finale, he was taken down a couple notches. But I'm really interested, especially at this last scene where he says, we're going to go to Kattegat, we're going to take it back, you're going to get revenge on your brothers, and how much, I think it's kind of very interesting. Obviously he says that he's really happy about that to this guy, but is he? Is he over it? Or is he like, yeah, let's get it back, fuck them? I think it's going to be really interesting to explore Ivor's mindset, which, whatever you want to say about Ivor, he's always been a very, I think, complex character. So I think that that's going to be really interesting to delve into, about how he feels. But you obviously, just watching this show for everything that we've seen with Ivor, he's always intrigued by really interesting people, and this guy taking him up and like flying and stuff, like, I feel like he's in it for just the intrigue value, you know what I mean? Like, I think that and he appreciates a little bit of chaos and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be really interesting to see where Ivor goes this season, and just where his mental state is gonna be. Anyway, so now talking about Bjorn a little bit. I'm a little skeptical of that this message is coming in, and that just, I'm skeptical. Harold, I don't know now and I have a feeling that Bjorn is going to go to his aid, because Bjorn just has this big heart, and I don't know. And I genuinely don't even know if Harold is genuinely asking, or if it's a trap. And that's how I feel about that. I don't know. But as soon as they said it, I was like, I don't know, Bjorn, I don't know. So, Harold has always been an ambitious man. So it's more, I wouldn't put it past him. I don't necessarily know that that's what he's doing, but I just feel like it's gonna get messy real soon. I did like the beginning, and you guys can let me know how you felt about his decision to let the guys and let them go. I think it was a good move to establish that he isn't Ivor. as much as maybe a lot of the people there really maybe wanted revenge on these guys or whatever, because maybe their friends or loved ones were one of the ones that they killed or whatever. I think in that sense it is important for Bjorn to not, you know, in my mind say, I'm just going to kill, you know, however, it can come back and bite him in the ass. I'm a little concerned that Bjorn's trying to do the right thing and all of that stuff might cause him some issues later on. Yeah. I'm nervous. So I think, so let me know what you guys thought about that decision. If you thought it was a good thing for him to do. I think in some respects it was a good thing to do. But that one guy was eyeing him. He was like, I'm coming for you. You know, like that guy was fucking ready. So I feel like we're going to see him again. But also I do think it's very difficult to intimidate Bjorn physically. Does that make sense? Like if that guy's just staring Bjorn down, like Bjorn's not flinching. He's like, okay, if you want to come and try to kill me, like go ahead. Like, you know, he doesn't, you know, he doesn't flinch. He's kind of always willing to stand by his choices and fight in that sense. So but yeah, I don't think it's the last we've seen of them. Might cause some problems, who knows. A scene that I really loved was just seeing how like different the rule is, just being, you know, Bjorn is always, one of the reasons why I really love his character is he's always put such a high importance on family and surrounding yourself with people that you trust. I mean, I think that is something he probably took from Ragnar. There was, you know, obvious, and if family breaks that trust, there's the whole thing with Ragnar and Rollo and all of that stuff that was so heartbreaking, and you can feel that affected Bjorn as well during that whole thing way back when. And I think he has this, you know, he really does have such a lovely outlook on, you know, I want to, you know, trust in my family's counsel, my family's judgment. It's such a different vibe of them all sitting around that round table and discussing stuff, as opposed to, you know, the way that Ivar ruled. A lot of them weren't there, but the maybe the way that he associated even with Fitzurk was highly different. I'm very concerned for Fitzurk. This is not good. I think Fitzurk is 100%, he just wants to get revenge on Ivar. I think that he's got a one-track mind, and the fact that Ivar escaped probably sent him over the deep end. That's the way that I interpret that. He wanted, you know, I think he genuinely cared for this girl. I will say I wish that they developed them a little bit more in the last season. I think they developed them enough, but that so that we could kind of really feel Fitzurk's pain right now. But I mean, it's clear that he's not over it. Not too much on the forefront with Ubba, but you know, I just like seeing him and Bjorn working together. I think that they can actually hopefully help each other out a lot. Everything with Lagertha, I feel like is going to be interesting. The main thing that I want with this season is that they do these characters justice. I've talked about how I haven't particularly loved everything that they've done. I think particularly in the last season with Lagertha, I still like her and enjoy her and all of that. I just want the writing to be a little bit better for her. So hopefully that they're actually gonna, you know, I don't believe that she's not gonna fight ever again. I think maybe we've even seen, you know, in the trailer that that's not the case. You know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, it's great that she's, you know, I already felt, I feel like, a little more connected to her character in this episode, because I feel like it was just, I feel like they're explaining it really well, you know. She's been through a lot of shit. She's done a lot of shit. Stuff that maybe she regrets. Maybe some stuff that she's okay with, but it's all conflict, and you know, she just doesn't want to deal with it anymore. I sympathize with that, and I don't, you know, I haven't been through half of the shit that you know, but there are sometimes, like when she said that, I just want to go on a farm and be left alone. I was like, girl, I relate. Like, sometimes I feel like we all feel that way sometimes, you know what I mean, where we're just like, oh, please leave me alone, I'm just gonna go live by myself, see ya. But so you know, obviously I feel like she's gonna come back into everything and into the mix, but you know, I don't believe for a second that she's not picking up that sword ever again. Just saying. So I think that's about it for the first part, just first thoughts and everything like that. I don't know exactly when you guys are going to be getting the second part. I'm probably, as you're watching this, I'm working on it. I'm you know, hopefully get it out to you guys soon. I'm excited that Vikings is back, even though I had a much shorter break than the rest of you did, but yeah, I'm excited and I'm ready to see what's in part 2. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.